In this lecture, I try to focus on conditional probability. In my previous lecture, I spread some light on probability, and in the description box, you have some lectures. Okay, so you know what is the probability, and you also know what is the event. Actually, the event is a subset of a sample space. Is a subset of sample space, that is the event. And probability is nothing but the relative frequency. And in other words, we can say that the probability of an event is equal to the sum of the probabilities of the experimental outcomes in the event. Okay, it is the sum of the probabilities of the experimental outcomes in the event. So with an example in this lecture, I try to clarify what is the conditional probability. And you know that sometimes probability of an event is influenced by whether or not a related event has occurred. The event has occurred, then the probability of a particular event that depends upon that event occur. Okay, so with a simple example, we try to understand. Suppose it is believed that most of the vehicle, okay, most of the vehicle accident take place. Most of the vehicle accident takes place when driver of the vehicle drunken. When driver of the vehicle drunken, okay. Most of the time accidents take place in such a way. Therefore, what could you understand from this? Here, the probability of an accident actually depends upon other factor. Yes or no? Other factor, what is the other factor? Whether the driver is intoxicated or not. So, other factor, the driver is intoxicated or not, you should consider when you try to find out the probability of vehicle accident. In such type of situation, conditional probability can be used. And here is the use of the conditional probability. And now, look, this is the formula of conditional probability. This is probability of A, and this is the vertical line, and B. If B has happened, then the probability of A. This is the conditional probability. Clear? If B has happened, then the probability of A is this. And this is the probability of intersection between A and B. This is the intersection sign. In my previous lecture, you should have such type of understanding. Okay, so probability of A, probability of A intersection B, and it is divided by probability of B. Then, if you follow this formula, then you can have probability of A given B. Okay, and alternatively, you can say the probability of B given A is equal to the probability of intersection A and B divided by probability of A. So now, look at this example. Liver disease takes place. Okay, liver disease takes place. This is an event. Okay, liver disease not takes place. It is complementary of event A. And what is event A and what is complementary to event A was clearly depicted in my previous lecture, and in the description box the link is given and you can find that lecture. And so suppose liver disease takes place and intoxicated, the condition, the condition intoxicated. So if the man is intoxicated, then the liver disease takes place 650 number. And if the person is not intoxicated, but there is liver disease, then the amount is 50. It is an example, 50. So total is 1650 plus 50 equal to 7500. Okay. Now, liver disease not takes place and intoxicated. A man is, for example, a man is intoxicated, but there is no liver disease. It may be possible. So that number is 250. And the man is, suppose, not intoxicated, but liver disease not takes place. Okay. The number is 150. And if you sum these numbers, 250 plus 150, then you have 400. And if you have a total of these two numbers, 700, 400, is 1100. Okay, 1100. Now, this is the total of intoxicated persons. This is the total of 800 is the total of intoxicated person, and liver disease takes place and liver disease not takes place, but intoxicated person. Okay, and this is the intersection. Liver disease takes place and intoxicated. That is the intersection symbol. Look here, and this is the total number of not intoxicated person, out of which the liver disease takes place 50 and liver disease not takes place 150. This is the total. Now look at these formulas. What is this? Probability of I intersection A. Okay, if you go here, the formula here, A is I and B is A. Okay, so A is I and B is A, and probability of I intersection A, this is I and this is A, event A. Okay, so IA 650, and the probability is nothing but the relative frequency. So 650 divided by the total number 1100. Okay, 110. Then you have the probability of intoxicated intersection liver disease takes place. Okay, so this is the probability 0.59. In the same way, the probability of intoxicated person and intersection of liver disease not take place. Liver disease not takes place. Okay, so here it is 250. This is the intersection. Liver disease not take place, but intoxicated. So 250, because it is the this is a complementary of event A. This is event A, and this is a complementary of event A. So 250 divided by total number 1100. You know the probability is nothing but the frequency. So you have to divide it by 1100, the total number. So the probability is 0.23. Clear? Probability is 0.23. Now, Now, the probability of N intersection A. N means not intoxicated, but liver disease takes place. Intersection. So here 50. Clear? Probability of N that is not intoxicated but liver disease. So 50 divided by 110. Now, probability of N that is the not intoxicated but liver disease not takes place. Okay. So complementary of A, that is the liver disease takes place. It is A and it is complementary of A. So liver disease not takes place is 150 divided by 110. So equal to 0.14. Clear? So this is the output. This is the output and of probability of intoxicated intersection liver disease takes place. Probability of intoxicated intersection liver disease not takes place, and probability of not intoxicated intersection with probability liver disease takes place A, and probability of not intoxicated intersection with liver disease not takes place. So all probabilities we have now. Okay, so now we have to put these values in this formula, and we should have the probability of A given the condition. Okay, given the condition. Look, this is the joint probability table for liver disease, and look, liver disease takes place A, intoxicated is 0.59. Just put I have put this for numbers, the probabilities here from this previous slide. Just these numbers very carefully. You should very careful that from 0.59 should be here, 0.23 should be here, 0.04 should be here, and 0.14 should be here. Okay. So this is the table. Just I have put these numbers, and now you should add these numbers, and how it could be calculated. Look, now so how this probability can be found, and look at this previous slide. Look, this is 700. Okay, 700 divided by 1100. If you divide 700 by 1100, then you have 0.64. Okay. Okay. So in this way, and if you have 400, and if 400 is divided by 1100, then you have this probability 0.36. Okay. In the same way, this is 800 divided by 1100, then you have this number, this probability 0.70. Now if you have 200 divided by 1100, then you have this number 0.18. Okay, so now you should follow the formula for finding out the conditional probability. So using the joint and marginal probabilities, okay, marginal probabilities and joint probabilities, we can apply the definition of conditional probability to find the probability of liver disease of intoxicated person and the probability of liver disease of not intoxicated person. Okay, so look at this probability of the persons, that is the liver disease, the probability of liver disease, condition, what is the condition? Condition is the person is intoxicated. What is the probability? So this is the formula, probability A intersection I, that is liver disease takes place, intersection intoxicated, that is 0.59. So 0.59 divided by probability of I. So probability of I means 0.73, probability of I, intoxicated persons, okay, 0.73. And now by simple calculations, you have 0.81, okay, 0.81. So this is the probability of, liver disease of intoxicated persons. Probability of liver disease of intoxicated persons. Clear? Now, this probability of A, that is the probability of liver disease, okay, but not intoxicated. That means it is the condition. So look, it is the condition. So probability of A intersection N, so this value should be here 0.04 divided by probability of N, probability of 0.18. This is the probability of not intoxicated persons. Okay. Now simple calculation, you have 0.22. So this is the probability. This is the probability of liver disease takes place, but the person is not intoxicated. This is the probability. So what you conclude from here? You should conclude in this way that the probability of liver disease of intoxicated person is more than 3 times. It's more than 3 times. More than 3 times. Okay. More than 3 times the probability of liver disease of not intoxicated person. Clear? So this is the conditional probability. And with an example, I try to clarify this concept, and I hope you have understood this conditional probability and enjoyed this lecture. Thank you.